Wooden sword. Status menu. You can equip weapons in the status menu. Yeah, I kind of figured out all that stuff on my own in the last section. Living weapons. Okay, this is what we saw in that last fight. Living weapons. Can I talk? When the Guardian Spirit Amrita gauge is full, press B and Y. Guardian Spirit skill. While living weapon is active, press B and Y. Triggering a living weapon changes the health gauge and ki gauge into the living weapon gauge. As long as the living weapon gauge is active, you are impervious to damage and your close combat attacks inflict more damage. The living weapon gauge decreases over time when enemies attacks land. Once the gauge is fully depleted, its effects wear off. While a living weapon is active, press B and Y to perform your Guardian Spirit's unique skill. Living weapons increase the energy stored by spirit stones, drawing forth the spirits that dwell within them. For a time, these spirits will make the weapon's attack far stronger than normal. Okay. Sersha, not Cersei. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Quick attack, strong attack. Quick attack is the fastest and doesn't consume much ki, but only causes light damage. Strong attack is powerful, but consumes more ki and lowers your guard. If your ki reaches 0, you will not be able to attack until it recovers. Alright, maybe I didn't need to do this. Tutorial, but we'll do it real quick. When, like, that little intro segment, like, teaches you so much already. In the London Towers, you learned so much already, so... Okay, stance changes. High stance emphasizes attack power. It allows for powerful techniques. Mid stance is good for defense. It has a wide range of techniques and is easy to use. Low stance is good for dodging. It doesn't consume much ki and also maintains your guard as you move. That's cool. Mid stance. Wait, yeah, X. Okay. Key pulse. RB. While blue lights gather around you after an attack, a ki pulse recovers your ki. The amount varies based on your timing. The maximum amount is determined by your ki gauge. Ki pulse. When blue lights gather around you after an attack. Okay, cool. Okay. Yokai Realm. Another world born from the yokai. When you are in the yokai realm, your ki recovery speed is greatly reduced. Conversely, the powers of the yokai themselves are enhanced there. Purify. Recovers a maximum amount of ki from a successful ki pulse in the yokai realm. Excuse me. It also cleanses the defilement of the yokai realm from your person, restoring you back to normal. Okay, I think I kind of get it. What next? Let's see, shooting. Press RT while holding LT. Okay, well that's so, why would they just say holding LT, press RT to shoot? Switch ammo type. X for normal, Y for special, RC to zoom. Ready your range weapon with LT and press RT to shoot. Why would you say that the first line? Use R to move the reticule. Switch between types by pressing X or Y. Some enemies have a weak spot. Landing a hit on their weak spot will deal greater damage and break their stance. The middle of the reticule will turn red when pointed at an enemy's weak spot, and the rest of the reticule will turn red the closer you are to the enemy. Okay. What does it want me to do? Equip them? Is that it? Okay. Living weapon. When a guardian spirit Amrita gauge is full, press B and Y. Guardian spirit skill. While a living weapon is active, press B and Y. Triggering a living weapon changes the health gauge and key gauge into the living weapon gauge. As long as the living weapon gauge is active, you are impervious to damage and your close combat attacks inflict more damage. The living weapon gauge decreases over time when an enemy lands an attack. Once the gauge is fully depleted, its effects wear off. While a living weapon is active, press B and Y to perform your Guardian's Spirit unique skill. Well, that's dope. That's kind of cool, kind of cool. That's pretty cool. You wish to end the tutorial? Yes. That is awesome, actually. Oh, excuse me. Let's do it. The dinghies have been ready for us to make landfall. For all I have read on this country, nothing can truly prepare me for what lies ahead. I put the memoir down and leave my cabin. Kuroshima, a tiny island off the coast of Usuki in Kyushu's Bungo province. There is little in the way of usable land, with coastline rapidly giving way to cliffs and mountains. Clinging to its edge is the smallest of fishing villages, its residents eking out subsistence farming on plots carved out from the hills. Their frugal lives stand in stark contrast to the village elder, whose opulent mansion perches atop the island's tallest peak, strangely oversized for the small island which it overlooks. April 1600, Usuki. I imagine if I go in that water, I'm just gonna die. But I don't know if I can swim in this game or not. Hmm. So I'm guessing we come down from the top and put the ladder down. It'll give us access again to the lower parts. Thou wishes for divine protection, visit the shrine and say a prayer. I'm not gonna read those, even if it's in Japanese. You can read it if you want. Let's see. Skill points obtained. Open the status menu via the options, I guess. I don't know. So I'm playing on a PlayStation controller. I don't know what the difference is. Not an Xbox controller. I wish it did have the PlayStation controller overlay. Oh, I can change my Guardian Spirit? What? Oh, I have to collect it though. Okay. Interesting. Cool, 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 cool. Level up. I have 200 Amrita. I need 250 for the next level, but I do have one skill point, right? That's it. Oh, I said I had a skill point. Okay, whatever. How much your skills and abilities have advanced? We can go through these later. They're pretty much standard. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Make offering. Oh, so I collected all those items from before, no reason. Yeah. So make an offering. I'm guessing how much I sell back in offerings, I'll get Amrita returned. How do we get? Boons. Checking DLC. I don't know if I have DLC. You receive the items below. Huh. Okay. I think I've already collected. Yeah. Summon a visitor. I'm guessing that's for network play. Whoa. That looks cool. I'm not gonna use DLC weapons, at least on like a first playthrough. I thought I received something else too, but it said 2 items, I thought, but